you want to burn some incense?
Yes.
You interested in burning some incense?
I don't think I've ever been around an incense burning, but I'm very interested in.
Here, let me show you my collection here. Yeah, the patchouli is probably like the most like actual incensey one.
Okay.
But they're all like decent. I'm a big fan of
Dragon's Blood.
Dragon's Blood is a decent one actually. I also have the cones here if you want to see what those look like. They're not the best smelling, honestly, but they're fun.
They look very fun, and are they colored? Is the smoke colored? Like a 4th of July.
Here. Well, watch what it does. It'll be a minute. So just go ahead. Wow. Well, this isn't it.
Oh. I was like, wow.
No, just give it a second.
Okay.
Just give it a second. Go ahead, pick your incense of choice.
I just almost knocked on the microphone.
While waiting for that.
Dragon's Blood intrigues me, but also
it's like all right smelling.
It's nice. I'll go with. Well, hold on. I haven't checked on that. I'll go with Rain.
Rain, good choice.
Rain sounds sick.
Rain is actually a half decent one.
Rain, please. Where do you get these? Like where?
I think I got most of these at Meijer.
Okay. Classic.
The cones I ordered online. Hold on, I need to get this going again. But and I think the patchouli specifically I got at this random like crystals and stones and incense shop in Asheville, North Carolina. Yeah.
I have some family that lives out there.
Oh, really?
Beautiful area.
That's where Mike Tackett goes to college.
Interesting. Wait, what school's there?
I think it's just like Asheville College, University.
Beautiful place.
Oh yeah, dude, up in the mountains like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I could like live in the mountain though. I feel like it's just like a hassle to drive anywhere.
I get it, but once you're up there,
yeah,
you can't beat it.
Yeah,
I'm a mountain guy.
You're a mountain guy.
I'd love to reside in some mountains.
You'd if you could like live anywhere, you'd live in like mountains or like probably
like right in a cabin, right in the woods. Off grid, just kidding. Not off grid. But I could.
Low key, like something about like being off the grid is like.
Oh, it's intrigued me.
Yeah, it's like there's something like compelling about like.
I've been tempted to do it almost every month for the past 2 years.
Yeah, no. If like my whole like career goal wasn't the opposite of that, then I would definitely want to be like off the grid.
Well, I want to get to a point where I'm like. In my career where I'm so burnt out that I like go through a manic phase and live in the woods for like 2 years and then emerge with my magnum opus. That's my goal, actually.
All right. You know, we're already like kind of going.
Perfect.
I was gonna wait to introduce you and everything, but like honestly, like some of the stuff, like I feel like it was like too good to not include in the podcast.
I agree.
Should I do like a Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show introduction?
Yes.
Chris Kellogg, absolutely. Everybody.
Thank you. The Roots
crowd cheers. The Root. Questlove is in the house.
I love me some Questlove.
Chris Kellogg, how are you doing? Welcome.
Great to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, like I ran into you with Miles and a couple other people in Meijer.
Like last summer?
Yeah.
Or this summer?
I don't remember which summer. I think it might have been last summer, but like... Yeah, that was the only time I've seen you in like a long time.
Me and Daniel go way back.
We do.
Probably a decade ago.
Yeah.
I think it was like 4th grade when we were like very good friends.
Yeah, 4th grade and then after.
Left.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that at all? I've heard like bits and pieces.
What do you remember?
I remember you disappearing one day.
I did. I kind of did. And to this day, I don't know what like started that. I don't know why, but I started becoming very like uncomfortable going to Washington. I don't know why.
I've been told, all right, here's the rumors I've heard. Right. I've heard that you were bullied quite a bit.
I said that to my parents. I wasn't bullied that much, which is
scandalous.
No, like but not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Yeah, no, like I heard that and I was like, that's a little weird. Like, who would bully Chris?
I don't know.
I mean, like there's I know there's like a couple assholes in like our class who would like just bully anyone, but I wouldn't I couldn't see you getting like specifically targeted. But
I got blamed for some stuff. I was in the principal's office for like a week straight.
Really?
They said I was doing some bad stuff. And I was like,
you?
I was like 10. And I was like, no.
Chris, what did you do?
I know. So it was very scary. I think that's what kind of started it. And I was like, and then I really can't explain, but I had this like very strong feeling like not to go back.
Yeah.
And it's weird as a 10-year-old because it's like.
Yeah, no. I understand.
I wish I had a cooler way of saying like
I
just didn't.
You just didn't want to be there.
I was like, this is.
Well, I'll tell you what, like, you kind of lucked out because, like, you did leave kind of before everyone, but at a certain point, like, half the people left because, like, gifted was just not it.
That's true.
I was lucky to get out of it when I did and, like, to be in, like, the running start program that I got into. If I stayed in gifted, I would have been, like, probably depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, like, anxious and stressful and a lot of work for not a whole lot of reward. So, like, honestly, you didn't make a bad choice.
I'm happy with everything.
Check out the cone. Look at that.
I'm mesmerized. I keep looking.
Yeah, look at all the incense, all the smoke.
Yeah,
no, but take a, like, sorry, I know it's not facing you, but look at, like, the smoke that's, like, drooping, like, water falling down. You see all that?
Right over here?
No, in the dish.
Oh, in the dish.
In the dish. Look at that.
Hold on.
I don't want to move it because that'll mess it up. Here, just like get up and go around it, honestly.
Okay. Am I going to tear off the microphone?
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh,
you see it? No, it was just out of view. Sorry. I should have it like turned towards you because I don't even know if the camera can see it, but like, yeah, it just water falls down.
I like this.
Yeah, no, incense smells terrible. I'm not gonna lie, but like,
I got a big whiff of that.
Yeah, but like, it's just like fun. There's something about incense that hits.
It's calming.
Yeah,
I'm staring at the smoke. I'm not even looking at you. I'm just
there's something about like just like the smoke of it that just like it just hits different than say than like a candle or what's other smelling things even like what's it called, essential oils, like the
diffusers.
Yeah, like the diffusers, like those are all right. Actually, like if you're super nervous and you take just a whiff of like just the bottle, then like that's supposed to help. Really? And it does a little bit, honestly. Okay. I don't know like what it is. I don't think that essential oils or incense or anything like that has like healing properties, but like there's something about it that's like, oh, okay. Like I can relax.
It's calming.
Yeah, whether it's just like a distraction of some sort. Like here we're just staring at the smoke and like, ooh, the fog looks nice. With essential oils, like the smell is probably just so strong and like like some of them smell pretty nice.
They're very nice. I wish. Well, candles are not allowed in my dorm room.
What?
Yes,
that's understandable.
So
actually,
I don't really. Yeah. So I don't have any of this to calm myself down. Oh, so it's kind of.
Do you do anything to calm yourself down?
I like to be outside, just in any
outside way. Is a good place to be.
Great to be.
I want the top tier place to be
in Southern California.
Oh yeah. What are you studying out there?
I'm studying film right now.
Film. Oh, okay.
But I don't like it at all.
Really? What about it? Don't you like? Is it like a lot of work? Is it like not quite what you expected going into it?
It's not what I expected. I thought I would be, and I know it's my first semester, so I haven't really like done any course heavy things, but I thought it would be a lot more hands-on, a lot more meeting people that were also eager to create some stuff. But it's just been analyzing and I'm not even a movie buff. I don't really watch movies at all. Almost.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is weird.
Like, what got you into that?
I love making videos. I love it. I love doing like kind of what you do. I love just ever since I was a kid. I took out a camera, film stuff. I was editing by like 9, 10.
Yeah.
So I was just always into that, and I still want to do that, and that's the goal. So I thought, a film degree would get me closer to that. I could be a producer somewhere. But I really don't like it. And at least my intro to film class, I failed my film class.
You failed your film class?
Failed my film class.
Like, because you didn't care, or just because it was that hard?
Not because it was hard, and also not because I didn't care. I've been struggling with the idea of school recently.
Yeah, I understand that.
Very much so. And it sucks because it's been a goal of mine to be because I go to Pepperdine University, pretty good school.
Pretty good school, yeah.
So, like, academics have been pretty high in my priorities till now, but it's like, now looking at I want to do, it's like.
Now that you're there, you kind of like.
It's hard. It's like, wow.
Here, let me ask you this, because, in a lot of ways, I see us like, because you're also interested in like the same thing as me, like making videos, just making videos, and like we've both been editing and recording videos for a long time. Yes. Literally, I think third grade was probably about when I started too. So let me ask you this, because I kind of see us like we started out on the same path, but went down like two different paths in a fork on the road. You ended up going to college, getting the degree, and I said, "Fuck it."
Yes,
and I'm just.
And I respect the hell out of that.
Thank you.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, no, it is. So yeah, I guess just why did you choose college over just like because with YouTube like they're like you can make it. Yeah. It's just a grind.
Yes.
It's just a big, giant grind.
Absolutely.
But if you're willing to commit to that, like,
yes.
It's just like, and college is a grind too. I just see them as like two different kinds of grinds. So like,
it is very, I think the most of it comes down to my parents.
Yeah.
What not my closer friends, but like what people around me were thinking. And that's not a great idea. So I'm very like, it's not a great idea to listen to that sometimes. You got to like fend for yourself. But most of that was just because it seemed like I didn't have the option. Yeah. I had pretty good grades throughout high school. And I never got asked like what I wanted to do past high school. It was always like, what college do you want to go to?
Especially in gifted, that gets pushed quite a bit.
Exactly. It's almost, if you're not going to college, it's like, what are you doing? And I'm sure have you gotten that at all?
Oh yeah, for sure. Both of my parents, like my mom's Asian too, so I got a bit like extra of it. Like they were very pushy about college up until graduation. They were like, you got to go to college. My mom was really pushing me to look for scholarships. I kept telling her, all right, I'll get around to it. Never did. Never did because like I was lucky in the sense that I knew what I wanted. And a lot of people don't have that. Yeah. A lot of people like do end up going to college even though they don't know exactly what they want. And, I respect that too. I think if you like, you should be doing something at least.
Of course.
Like you shouldn't just be sitting on your ass and just waiting for life to throw an opportunity
and
at
I think that's what like people think when you say you're not going to college. It's like,
that's
going to be sitting around getting the
that's kind
job. It's like, no. I know you have a reason behind that and like, what you want to do.
Yeah, no, that was a perfect description. There is kind of a stigma attached to not going to college. Because, the assumption is, if you're not going to college, then you're not doing anything with your life.
No, exactly.
But like,
I hate that.
It is. Yeah, no, I understand.
Because I'm getting to a point where I've said to people recently, my goal, and this shouldn't come off as like, because I realize I'm very like blessed and lucky that I can go to higher education because that is a privilege in most regards. But my goal is almost to not graduate and not in like a just drop out and leap of faith. But like I hope I find success in what I want to do in terms of like videos and movies and all that before I graduate. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like it's a better idea for me to not finish school. Yeah. Because I've not been.
No, I understand. I'll tell you what you can do is like, you can keep going to classes. You can keep like pursuing the degree, but like also like just make a couple videos on the side. Yeah. Even if it's just like once a week or even like once a month. Something is better than nothing. Just start posting on YouTube every now and then.
Which I'm guilty of because I have not posted
it. Yeah. When was the last time you like made a video post
earlier
on the
this
internet?
year? Earlier this year, I had like just a nice long. I had like 7 just in a row weekly, and I was like banging them out, and I was really proud of them.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to describe them. They're like nice little like lifestyle, not vlogs. Like, hey guys, what's up? It was like just nice. I don't know. I'll show you maybe some of them.
Okay.
But they were good, and I was proud of them. And then I just stopped.
I understand that. No,
it seems like every time I've started to try to make regularly or create regularly, it's not stayed, and it's really hard to make it stick.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of work.
No,
especially when you're doing something else.
I understand. Yeah. Like when I first started out, it was like, and especially for me, because before all of this, like I literally just after school was done, if I had some homework, I'd get that done. But most of my free time was spent like just sitting on my ass playing video games, or watching TV. Like I didn't have a job up until senior year, so I didn't really have a work ethic up until now. But it really is just a matter of habit. Yeah. Like you have to take that first step, but then you also have to take the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, so on, and like you can't stop as much as you want to stop. You can't let yourself, and that's the one thing that like that's the one like I guess fight you're gonna have to continue. You're gonna have to continue fighting throughout like your career, like while you're like working towards your career, is that every day you're probably gonna want to stop. You're gonna want to relax for a bit, and like there's nothing wrong with like taking a break every now and then. I think that's good for the soul. But like you have to, at the end of the day, you have to remind yourself like that this is what you want more than anything.
I know.
And that you have to keep working towards it. Otherwise, in a lot of ways, the way I look at it is like, if I don't make it at all in this, then like there's no purpose to my life. Really? So I have to like work. I have to work to give my life meaning.
Well, that's. I mean,
you don't have to be that dramatic, but
I like that mindset though.
Yeah,
because it really puts like no safety net under you.
Oh yeah,
so it really like wakes you up every day. I bet.
Yeah, no, that was kind of like what I decided when I decided not to go to college. Is that I was determined not to have a plan B. Yeah, this is the only plan because this is the only thing that I want.
It's very interesting you say that because I've thought that recently. I'm like, what if I just stop going to college? What if I just like. And everyone around me is like, that is not the best idea in terms of like not having a safety net. But it's like, well, it'll get me motivated.
Yeah. No, the thing is that like, I understand that a lot of people want to play it safe. And like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all, I think. But I don't know, like, it just doesn't make any sense to me why anyone would do anything other than like what they want to do.
No, exactly.
Like if you're passionate, if you have a passion in life, why not strive for that?
Exactly. I don't understand it.
Yeah, no, I work in fast food on the side, just like while
where
Culver's.
Okay,
Culver's. So like it's not a bad job. I don't mind it at all.
I used to work at Chick-fil-A.
Oh, how's that?
It's
It was something.
I liked it. I liked the people I worked with.
Yeah.
I liked interacting with people. It was very fun to, I don't know, I mean, new face every 20 seconds, so it was nice.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'd say the same thing about Culver's.
I didn't like some of the...
fair enough. Fair enough. What was my point going to be? Oh, yeah. Like, I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I just see some of the older people there who have been there, like, like for decades. And it's like... Is this really what you want your life to amount to? They're wonderful people. I know. They're wonderful people, but it's like, this is your contribution to society. It's a completely fine contribution. Someone has to do it. But like, didn't you have goals?
Yeah. No, it's so weird. And it scares me to see, in a very nice way, to see things like that. It's like, oh, they're okay with that. Like,
yeah.
They're just doing that, and that's okay. And maybe they tried to achieve what they wanted to achieve, but it's like they just grew complacent like that. It's spooky sometimes, and it keeps me motivated.
Yeah.
I guess, can I clarify like what I kind of want to do?
Yeah,
I feel like I haven't.
Clarify it.
So I love making videos of any sort. I don't think I would get into feature length films, but I definitely want to create regular video, whether that be on YouTube or in theaters. Or I love just telling stories through videos.
Yeah.
So I want to base my life around that. And I want to get to a point where I can just take on any venture I want to. Like if I want to make, I don't know, clothes, I can just do that.
Yeah.
Or I can have enough money to just like comfortably go do other things.
Yeah.
Just so I don't, in general, I don't really know, but I want to do it all almost.
Yeah. I understand that, dude. Like literally, like I've had the same thought. Like down the line, I definitely want to start like a clothing line on the side, or something else. But of course, like videos are gonna be the main thing. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I have my podcast on the side. That's like kind of video-ishy, but mostly working with audio, which is like been an interesting venture for me.
This looks.
Oh yeah, this doohickey here. This it's called a Zoom H6. Okay. It's typically it's actually a recorder that they use for like. Well, it's used for a lot of different things, but one of like, I guess like its distinguished purposes is so you can like take it with you and record different sounds. Like whether that be like, I don't know, maybe like a train's passing and you need to collect that sound for something. Yeah. Like you take this out with you. Otherwise, people also like it's just like a good portable recording device. I like it. I use it.
Very nice.
Yeah, I use it in.
Crispy.
Oh yeah. No, I use it in place of like a mixer just because it's like it's very compact. It's small. It's really easy to use.
Do you know what every dial and button does?
Yeah. Like, all right, here, we can go over a bit of a description here. So I have your microphone is hooked up to the first spot. Okay. That's hooked up to the Zoom ZDM1 microphone. Oh, that was very crispy there. Crispy. Yeah. So then this XLR cable is your microphone. The one right below it, that's mine. That's hooked up to my microphone. And each of these dials just changes the gain of the microphone. I have yours is at. I keep them about like 6.5, 7. Okay. I have yours set to like 7 because you're a little further away. Not to out you like that. But like I have mine at 6.5 since I'm a little closer.
Am I messing it up by moving back and forth? Because I'm like chilling back here and then I'm up here.
I mean, like
is that going to make it harder for you to?
No, it's not going to make it harder. I mean, your voice is going to sound different depending on where you're at. Cool. If you're closer up, then that gives it like what's the actual term called? It's the I can't think of the actual term.
Sexiness.
You could call it that, but the closer you are, it gives a boost and boost in like the bass tones of your voice. Whereas if you're further away, the microphone isn't going to pick that up as much. And typically, what you want is like a nice like in between. Okay. But yeah, so that's like the dials there. That's pretty much it. Like, so this cable here, that's just the aux that runs down into like a little mini mixer where I have like the laptop hooked up to so that if we do look up like a video or something, we can hear it coming straight from the laptop. That's over there.
Is it so it's recording onto
an SD card inside.
In there. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, and then the USB just keeps it charged. Okay, it's a really simple device. Okay. Like if you're looking for anything for like podcasts or like any sort of like recording thing, like I highly recommend it. Okay,
don't tempt me. I might start a rival.
Start a rival show. I'll have you know, we are the self-proclaimed #1 podcast in Rockford.
I've heard. I think I'd like to agree with that. It's wonderful. I'm a day one fan.
Day one.
I remember the first.
Yeah, with Isaac.
Yes, I do.
Dude. Yeah,
that was cool.
It's weird to think that was just earlier this year.
Yeah, it was like, what, mid-summer?
Yeah, I feel like it was so long. I feel like I've been doing this for so long, but like, it's also weird to think like I was in school earlier this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, in high school.
When did you start all of this?
So, as far as making YouTube videos, I started like recording them late last year. I think I got my computer in November of last year, and then I started recording just a couple videos here and there, just like the first videos that you see on my channel. That's what I was recording back then. And then I just kind of like started stockpiling videos that I plan on uploading eventually. And then I really started uploading in February of earlier this year. That's when I first started uploading, and it started out as just like one video a week while I was doing classes. Like, okay, I can bust out one video every single week. That's at least something. Yeah. And then as I grew more comfortable with it, I was able to start doing like 2 videos a week. Now, these were very shitty videos in all fairness, but it was something. And at least I was like starting and getting used to like the editing and like just doing it consistently.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if you... Like, I really, like, dove into it literally right after graduation. It was early May. Like, as soon as I graduated, it was like, all right.
You're like, yep, it's time.
Yep, that's when I started doing 5 videos a week. And then by June, I also had the podcast going once a week.
I can imagine that got hectic.
It did. Somehow, like, I kept up with it just fine. Yeah. I don't really know how anymore because, like, I'm trying to do the same thing, but I only do the podcast every other week. And
are you the type of person that thrives off of that, though? Like, thrives off of having something to do every day? Like, today I have to make, like, 2 videos.
Definitely.
So I feel like that's... most of the time when I'm happy is when
you're busy,
just chugging out stuff.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel that way now. It wasn't like that at first, but now that I'm doing it consistently, I feel like I'm almost like addicted to it.
Of course.
Like,
that's good.
Yeah,
that's a really good thing to have when you're starting out.
I don't know. Maybe it's a bit unhealthy. I wouldn't say it's like.
I don't think it's unhealthy at all. Well, I mean, that's my.
I don't know. Like,
I can be reckless with it.
I don't. Yeah, I guess reckless is a good word because I do feel like there are times where I don't feel relaxed if I'm not doing something when it's like, okay, hey, just calm down. You're
I
all
struggle
right.
with that exact same thing. It's like I'm sitting down and I've been working very hard and it's like, okay, I should be relaxing. I should be taking this break. But something inside of me is like, no, don't.
Yeah.
Don't sit down. Don't stop.
Yeah, that's kind of the only downside to it all. Like it's very easy to feel stressed when you have the time to be relaxing.
Exactly.
But I mean, yeah, just doing it. I don't remember what I was going to say.
Going somewhere with that.
Yeah. So like, I don't know what I don't know. What do you have in mind for like your channel? What for like?
I really don't know. I don't play any video games. I'm sorry. I don't. So I'm not.
You can't make gaming content, bro.
Not, unfortunately, the Saint Zesty gaming content.
All good.
But I've always liked just what I'm doing in real life, but not in an obnoxious vlog way. Not in an obnoxious, like almost like a movie, pretty much. Like just a weird like.
So it's like, So it's more like. Not so much a vlog, but like I guess you could say more in like a documentary style.
Somewhat like that.
Okay.
Somewhat like that. It's very hard to explain.
And
I guess I'll have to start just making them.
I'll tell you what, Chris. If like this isn't something that is easy to explain, you might be breaking some like newish ground here.
I don't think so though.
No.
Well, but also I've never seen exactly what I have in my head been done. So in a sort, but I feel like when I make it, it's gonna be like, oh, it's just.
I feel like you just have to. You have to just make it first, because here's the thing: like a lot of people make vlogs.
Yeah.
But how many people do exactly what you have in mind? Maybe a few. Maybe, but like,
I'm sure they're out there somewhere.
Yeah, but you'll be one of the few out there who would be doing exactly what you have in mind.
I'm very excited. I have a couple ideas. Part of it is just starting and like putting myself out there. It's scary, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like it took me. I still am not like completely comfortable doing everything that I do. It's like I know we were talking about like the nervousness right before this. Like I still get nervous before every single podcast. No, exactly. Not so much with like regular videos now. But I remember it was still like 6 months in making videos every single day. I would still get nervous about like what I was saying, what I was doing. I'm more relaxed now, but like
it's hard to. I've never like publicly advertised what I've made. I've always like just told my friends about it and just like put it online and just like not like made a post about it or anything. So it scares me to death somehow. Like it's not what people think. Well, I guess maybe it is. It's like because you know those like annoying YouTubers. They're like, yo, new video, just upload. Like check it out, smash the like button, all that stuff.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm just worried that like in their minds I'll turn into one of those people. But I know I'm not, so I guess I should just...
Yeah, and the thing is that you have to understand that if people don't want to watch you or listen to you, like, they don't have to follow you. Yeah. And you don't need those people. And, like, you don't have to wish anything bad against them. You don't have to, like, curse their name, but you can just understand, okay, what I have for them is not for me. Or what I have for them, or what I am making, is not for them.
Yeah. No, exactly. It's hard to remind yourself, because I feel like I have a very... I like to please a lot of people or like make a lot of people happy, which is not a good thing to have because obviously you're never going to please everyone.
Yeah.
So it's always hard though because I always like to leave a good impression on everyone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's a good goal to have, but just I need to remind myself that when that is not achieved, that's okay. And it's impossible to be good in them or not good, but like, I don't know, entertaining or favorable in the minds of everyone because it's not really
as long as you're a decent person or you're a good person, I don't think you have anything to worry about in that sense.
I don't want to get canceled.
Yeah. Well, I think that's fair. But like, again, if you're a good person, you know you have good intentions, like what do you have to worry about? Like people are going to judge no matter what. Like it doesn't matter what it is, whether it is your career or whether it's just like an opinion you have. People are going to disagree no matter what it is. And you just have to remind yourself, like, this is what I want more than anything. So you can't be letting other people take that away from you.
Exactly. Yes. Bars. Some bars right there.
Do you have like a specific camera that you use or anything?
I love hearing about sip.
Yeah. I love hearing about like cameras.
I use a Canon Rebel SL2.
Ooh, okay.
I was actually about to bring it. I was just like, he'll think it's interesting, and I didn't. And I'm sorry. I don't know what I would have used it for. I just would have
brought it and showed
you.
Yeah, I love seeing like cameras and stuff like that.
It's a nice DSLR. It's nothing special about it. It's just it does a good job. Yeah. And I like the Canon interface and all that. So except for the Mac, there's an app for the Mac that like is supposed to wirelessly transport videos over, which would be so nice because I have the new like or not new, but it's like from 2017 the MacBook and it doesn't have the USB. So like if I did, which I do now, use the SD card, I had to get one of those converters.
Yeah,
which is so annoying. But I was like, okay, I'll just bypass that by doing the wireless, and it sucks. The app sucks. Yeah, and it's like, how? Like, I feel like Canon to Mac would be such a used thing. Yeah, and it's like like it feels like it's been designed by a 13-year-old.
Yeah, no, it's not very. Yeah, like I use Windows, and even that isn't very. Yeah. It doesn't work very well.
It just
And like I remember I used so I have a Canon M50 mirrorless camera.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's what
fancy.
Yeah, that's what I use for like all my vlogs, and I used to use it for like my typical.
Do you have it around here?
No, unfortunately, it's sitting inside.
Okay.
But like it's a really good camera, but. So the software I use to record is OBS.
Okay.
And like just recording with it hooked up to my computer and with that program, I don't know what it was about it, but the videos always just like came out terrible looking.
Oh yeah.
Like, but when it's recording on its own, like not set up in the attached to the computer when I'm like doing a vlog, it looks great.
Yeah.
For some reason, just when it's working with the computer, it just doesn't reach its potential.
I can't grasp some of that technical stuff.
Yeah.
It's difficult. I just like
it's just different.
It's hard to learn all of it.
I am. So you got yourself a camera.
Yeah,
you got yourself
I do.
a decent computer.
I do have a nice. Worked hard for that Mac. Still have it. I drove home. I was 16. I drove home with it buckled in my passenger seat. I was like, I worked because that was like all my money at that time.
Yeah,
because I got a MacBook Pro. It wasn't crazy for a Mac because now they're like $2,000 or something like that. It was like $1,200, which is it's good amount of money. But that was like all I had at the time.
Yeah,
so I was like, that was my baby for a while.
Yeah, no, that Canon M50, that's like with my first paycheck. That's what my paycheck went towards. I was like, this is my child here. It
feels like it.
Yeah,
and especially because like I can't afford to get another one. So it's like this is.
I have trust issues with letting other people handle it.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I would never. It's hard. Even though I don't have any nice mics or anything. Not anything like these. What are these?
These are Zoom ZDM1 microphones.
Sound great.
They sound pretty decent, especially for like, this is technically like a budget microphone. It's not like one of the super duper cheap microphones, but it's like a little better than like the cheaper microphones.
Yeah. I have a Snowball. Those blue ones.
Yeah. Those are decent.
They're pretty good.
They're all right.
It's like $50. So
yeah.
It was within my range, of course.
Yeah, no. Once you get into like the XLR microphones, that's when they're like,
Yeah, I'm not at this crispy level yet, but
yeah. The thing is that XLR stuff, like that all gets very expensive because not only do you need the microphone, you need the cables, you need the audio interface. But like the Blue Snowball or like the Blue Yeti also sounds pretty good. Yeah. But yeah, those are decent mics too.
Yeah. And I've been trying not to pimp out my gear that much because I have to remind myself what I create is like, I mean, you find some of the best content with just some like shady camera, but the dude's like hilarious. Yeah. And so it keeps people in and then you like slowly build. Like I think what matters most is just like your story and what you have to say in your content instead of like having the best quality. I mean, even though it's great, like it's obviously nice. No, I like to focus on what I'm, talking about first, or the quality of my story first.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
But
also, I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with wanting to upgrade to something quality.
Yeah, absolutely not.
You just have to.
I have to remind myself that though, because I don't want to spend all my money just out of the blue.
You do have to be careful. It's good to remind yourself, like, not to splurge on this kind of stuff. Yeah. Like, you don't need much to get started.
And it never stops either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seems like, because, like, okay, once I get this microphone, it'll be great. Oh, yeah. And it's going to sound great, and my video's going to be awesome. And you get a microphone, and it's like, okay, now all I need is this lens, and it's going to be great. And then it just keeps going, and you can always get, like, better and better. So it's like, it's hard to be like, okay, this is fine for now.
Yeah.
Especially with our young budgets.
Yeah.
On a budget.
I remember like when I first started, that was something that I actually had in mind was like, oh, I kind of want my first videos to be shit. Yeah. So that I can see the progression over time. Yeah. And on my YouTube channel, you do see that because like I did start out with this like, it was like a $30 used camcorder I bought on eBay. Yeah. And then I had like a really cheap capture card that would like introduce noise into the video every now and then. So, and then like over time, you do see me get new cameras, new microphones, like a better setup, a better background and all that. With the podcast, not so much. I remember like I bought like these kind of shitty microphones to use in the podcast, but they like, I didn't end up starting the podcast until like months later. So by that time I had money saved up for like these microphones and like I did splurge a little bit.
It's a lovely setup. I love all this. This is it's gorgeous, dude.
Yeah, no, I actually like this setup better than the old one.
Really?
A lot better.
Yeah. I do. I like it. I remember your old one. That was at your old
house, yeah.
I like your little loft. I always like, you're like, is that where you slept?
No. It was just like a spare bedroom that we converted into a studio.
And I always liked going up, or I was up there once when I was a kid, and I was like, this is so sick because.
Oh, you're talking about like the attic. That's my brother's bedroom.
Okay,
but that's not where I recorded everything.
Dang. Okay, because I guess it's been a while.
Yeah,
I remember being up there, and I was like, this is so sick.
Yeah, I don't think you ever saw like the actual studio.
Oh. I did not. Dang, no. I missed a lot. But I thought your brother's bedroom was sick.
Yeah.
Or at least just having an area to work on that stuff. Because I really don't. No. This is cool too. So this is like garage or
this is like
shed, like a
shed would probably be more accurate.
But it's really cool.
Yeah, no, it's very spacious. I have like just enough space to fit everything that I want. Like I have this half dedicated to the podcast. That half is for all my YouTube videos where I like sit down and record everything. Yeah, no, I couldn't be happier with it.
I love it. So are your parents? You're with your parents? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're in the house.
Okay.
Which is another reason why I'm so lucky to have this space.
Yeah.
Because it's like
I was wondering. So so is there anything? I didn't really look.
My dad has like his workshop in the garage, but like apart from
side room.
Yeah, this is like the room attached to the garage.
Okay.
Yeah, did you hear that? I don't know what that is. I have to organize all my cables. And it's like electrical interference, I think.
So that just like you have this because this is.
Yeah, no, I'm very lucky that I don't have to be around my family while I'm recording.
Does this get hot in the summer?
Oh yeah, it gets very hot.
I imagine
it gets very hot. It's very cold these days.
I'm a little. Well, now I'm actually okay, but the heaters.
Yeah.
Did it justice.
Yeah, no, if I didn't have a heater in here, it would be just as cold in here as it is outside.
I bet.
It gets rough.
Get some water in here.
So I was saying earlier, Chris.
Yes.
You have the camera.
Yes.
You have the computer. I do. So why not just sit down and get that video out every week, every month?
That's what I've been itching to do for the last, I don't even know how many years at this point. It's been a constant struggle in my life. I don't know why. I can't get to it. And I think I'm on the verge of just, I'm working on stuff right now. Like this morning I woke up and I hate always talking about it. Like, oh, I have this going on. Oh, this to like to my friends. And it never like materializes. So I feel like a sham sometimes. So, but like I'm so close to really just putting myself out there and just going.
Wait, so when you say like it never materializes, what are you talking about exactly?
People always, because my close friends know about what I like to make.
Yeah.
And my lovely girlfriend does as well. And she's always like, yeah, when's this going to be complete? And I was like, oh, soon. And that's been going on for a long time. And I even had a little short film planned that I wanted to complete over the summer, and it just never got done. It was about last summer. I went on because it was late summer 2020. COVID was raging.
Yeah,
and I wasn't doing well with that because everyone was healthy in the family. So
yeah,
in actuality, I was pretty lucky, but I was not doing well with just being home.
I understand.
So somehow my parents let me do this, but I packed up my car and went on a road trip.
Yeah.
And it was sick.
I'm sure.
Like a solo road trip, which I don't know how they let me do at 17. It's really hard to find it. Like a hotel.
Yeah.
I wanted to camp in my car, but they're like, no, that's the one thing you have to find a safe place to.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, fine. So I went to Wyoming. Went to Grand Teton National Park. That was my end goal. I went to the Badlands in South Dakota on the way. And I just chilled there for like a week. It was sick. And it was like a monumental moment because it just felt so freeing.
Yeah.
And I had a bunch of footage from that. And I still do. I still don't know what to do with it, but I still want to do something with that. But I wanted to make a film about that. And I've never. That's hard. I really want to.
Do you write things down?
Yes.
Like when it comes to goals?
I need to because.
So no.
What?
So no, you don't write anything.
I do.
Okay.
I do. Because my brain just goes.
I understand.
And I need to write things down. Otherwise, it's lost.
Yeah, so I know what has helped me a lot is I have this little like whiteboard calendar.
Okay.
I posted on Snapchat about it multiple times because like it's probably the best investment I made in my career. Like forget all of this stuff. That whiteboard is my lifesaver. Yeah. Like I plan out every single video when it's gonna release. Yeah, I schedule out like the next entire month of videos on that thing. And then I also on the side, I write down my daily goals. Like, okay, I'm going to edit this video. I'm going to get the thumbnails done for this video, this video, this video. I'm going to record these videos. I'm going to get the podcast done.
That sounds exactly what I need. Yeah. Honestly, when I said I wrote, I guess I didn't write to that extent. I just like make movie.
Yeah.
It's like
no, it's very, I think being specific is very, very important. And like, you don't have to get down to like the nitty gritty, but like, I'm going to work on this video for this amount of time, or I'm going to finish this video by the end of the day. Just things like that, like daily goals to just giving your goal some tangibility in the form of writing so that like it's staring you down, like you need to do it. And literally like I hang that on not my front door, but on like my closet door.
Okay.
So it's like in my view every morning.
That's a very good idea. I think I need to go to Target right after this.
Yeah, just
nice whiteboard.
Just a nice calendar whiteboard so you can like schedule everything out. Yeah. Wow. Like writing things down is just like is so valuable, whether it is like a schedule or like even just ideas you have or just anything. Just write it down so that you can plan things out.
I appreciate that.
Dude,
I want to get more organized.
Yeah, dude, organization and just like planning things out, I took for granted for way too long.
I've never been an organized dude. I've just been kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
I've recently started, with a roommate in college, I had to get a lot just neater in terms of, because sometimes my room would just be.
Yeah.
But so I've gotten a lot better with that. But still, in terms of like, cognitively things just go, and I need to organize that in writing, which sounds like you have a good system for that. So
yeah
I definitely got to see what works for me, but
yeah, for sure, like
sounds lovely.
Yeah, that's what works for me, but I think the idea is just write down some daily goals. It doesn't have to be you don't have to overload yourself for the day. Like be reasonable with it, but just have something down so that you know what you absolutely have to get done. And that's helped me materialize my work is just giving myself the deadline, and not only that, but sticking to it.
Yes, exactly. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
I'm really trying to figure things out. So anything helps.
Of course. You know what I learned about this morning?
What's that?
So there's this parasite. It's a crustacean. I just saw this random post on Instagram about it. I think from Joe Rogan.
Okay.
And it's just, all right, so it's interesting because it's this parasite that, so all of the offspring are born male.
Okay.
And then they just float in the ocean for however long it takes until they get swallowed up by a fish. And then all of those parasites that end up in the fish, they hang out by the gills. And then one brave soul turns into a female.
No.
And then it gets bigger, its legs get longer, a bunch of other things, but mainly it gets bigger.
Okay.
It wraps itself around the tongue of the fish and cuts off the circulation of blood to it so that it eventually atrophies and just falls off. And then it replaces the tongue of the fish and just lives off of the blood that would normally be going to the tongue. Like it feeds off of that. And then the males that are left, the other males that are hanging out by the gills stick around just to reproduce even more.
Okay.
And I just thought that was really
That's
cool.
insane.
Yeah, it's
what?
Let me look this up real quick.
Yes, I need that.
I forget what it's called. I'm just gonna look up.
That's so sick.
Like just weird things.
I like the dude that cuts the tongue off for everyone. That's a good man.
Tongue. I'm just gonna look up tongue biter parasite.
Joe Rogan.
I learned about this morning, and it's like, hold on, what is this? Yeah, just wild. Yes, Simotha exigua. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, tongue biter. Yeah, look at this.
Whoa.
Look how creepy these things look.
I don't like that.
Oh, this is the picture that I saw.
Oh my God.
Look at that. Look at this parasite. It's
that
just
dude
chilling.
is so devious.
Yeah, no, it's just chilling on the tongue or where the tongue would be. It's literally a replacement for the tongue. And it's just feeding off of whatever blood would be normally going to it.
Wow.
It never kills the fish. It just lives with it.
Do they chill with it? I mean, the fish is okay.
Imagine that being your purpose in life.
Just
you just grow up so that blood. You can cut off the tongue of a fish and suck on his blood.
If that's their only goal and they do it, then they're probably chilling pretty hard.
Yeah, like it just blows my mind how, like, you know, insects or crustaceans or animals develop to do very specific things like this.
This world is crazy in that sense. So they just discovered these? Or?
I'm not sure. Like
or they knew about them and this dude just found them and he was like, oh, this is
I think this picture actually was the very first picture taken of one. And then, like, you have all these other pictures. So it might have been a while ago, but I remember, like, I saw it this morning. I was like, what?
That's so sick, actually.
Yeah.
And then the fact that this is so recent makes you wonder, like, what haven't we found?
Yeah.
Which is terrifying, actually. Because there's probably some...
Sometimes I just wake up in the morning, I'll see like a little, like, especially when it comes to nature. I love like weird shit like this. I don't know if you saw my episode with Jorge, but I talked about praying mantises. Okay. And like how they just murder hummingbirds and any other thing. Yeah. More recently, I went down a rabbit hole of just go down rabbit holes of different topics related to animals. And more recently, I went down a rabbit hole of what's the term? Sexual cannibalism. Okay. So this is where when two animals, it's typically found in insects or spiders, especially praying mantises, or just like a lot of different species of spiders, where during mating, when they're like doing the deed, right?
They eat each other.
Not each other. Typically, it's the female eating the male. The male. Kinky. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's usually due to the fact that the female sees the male, and if they don't see them as a like viable partner, they'll just use them for energy.
Like, oh yeah, you can. Yeah.
They'll just eat them to provide energy for themselves or for the children that they're going to birth from their
It's a good mom.
Their father.
There.
Yeah.
Just eats the father.
Honestly,
provide a better life.
Exactly. You have to.
I think more mothers should do that.
Yeah. It's like you got to give and take when it comes to parenting.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
some sacrifices.
Some sacrifices for sure. Yeah. Just like.
That's insane.
Yeah. You know what's even weirder? Like when it comes to males. There's not so much cannibalism, but there is like mutilation. So when it comes to like when the male spider is reproducing with a female spider, so they have this like I don't know how to describe it. It's not quite a prong, but it's like a little thing by their face. I think they have a couple of them. I'm not exactly sure. But that's their dick, for a lack of a better description. Nice. Okay. It's not like a human dick or like anything. It's the spider dick. Okay. Fact, you know what? Let's look up a picture.
Yeah.
Let's look up a picture.
Well, actually, you don't. Okay.
Male
hey, go for it.
Spider. Should I say reproductive or yeah?
I'm kind of scared for what. Okay, no, that's fine.
No, you're good.
Where is it?
These aren't good pictures. All right, here's a diagram. Let's see here. Okay. Where is it? It might be. That's a terrible picture.
Yeah, I don't like that one. Oh.
Okay, so it's got an arrow pointing to that one. So it's just like this little thing by its face.
Right there.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look up spider dick.
Okay.
Let's see what
sometimes it has to be done.
Why is that?
Look at the Spider-Man one.
This is Spider-Man. If you're listening, I looked up spider dick on Google search.
Is that a keychain?
That looks like a keychain. So it's just this penis in the shape. Well, it's a Spider-Man in the shape of a penis. His head is the head of the.
It's very nice.
Head of the dick, and like his thighs are the balls. Okay. He has no legs or arms. You're welcome.
Thank you for this.
Okay, point is, they have this little thing and they stick it in the lady, and that's how they reproduce. And sometimes the male will literally cut that thing off while it's inside the female. And this does a couple different things. First of all, it no longer has a dick, so it can't reproduce with anything else. But but the main function of it is to prevent other males from getting inside as well. So it's blocking other males from reproducing with that female, securing its place as the father. Not only that, but it can also keep producing sperm while it's inside the female. Okay. So it just keeps pumping its DNA into the lady.
That's very effective. I think we should try to.
It's an overpowered. Yeah. That has to be nerfed.
I think we should try to. I think we should try to evolve to get to that point.
Yeah, where we can really just cut off her.
Yeah. I think it'd be more effective for everyone. It'd prevent a lot of cheating. All that stuff. So this is a good idea. Wow.
So what are your favorite things about nature, Chris?
Well,
you love nature.
I do love nature. Side note, what if you had a mouse, like a Bluetooth mouse? You just had it here.
I thought about that.
You just have it here. And
I thought about it.
Click on spider dicks. Well, not.
I thought about having like a mouse and keyboard up here, but I don't have enough space because I like having the decorations up here too.
Get it.
If I had a bigger table, maybe, but. At the moment,
just a random thought.
In the future, I do want to get like a producer who can control the cameras in real time, and if I need to search something up, like they can do that on the side.
That'd be sick, actually.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I do not have the finances to pay for such a person.
That's beautiful.
I don't know, you seem like someone who would enjoy who would value the scenery most. Would that be accurate?
What do you mean,
Like just the view, I mean, you went to
I'm a sucker for a nice view.
Yeah, like you went to Wyoming. I'm sure, like you got the mountains up there. You went to you said the Badlands, right? Yeah. It's just like a nice change of scenery that's like so overwhelmingly nature-y, I guess.
Yes. Basically any nature landscape that's not the Midwest.
Yeah.
Because you go outside and it's like, oh, that's not that pretty. I love being in water, natural water. I don't know what it is. It's so calming to me. And then, so my college is in Malibu, California.
Yeah.
So right on the Pacific Ocean. I look at it every day when I'm walking in class, which is crazy. And I have a very nice wetsuit. And I've started to, every day at sunset, I go to the water.
Every day.
I go in and I just exist.
Yeah.
I just float. And that's the most calming thing.
Yeah.
It feels like, and one time I had a lifeguard truck drive up. So I was just
just looked like a dead body.
But I was all right. So I've started to do that. So it's that sort of stuff, just being in like a natural state of, and the water just really does.
Yeah,
really does something to me.
You kind of like it's sort of an escape for you.
Yeah, because you just float there and
like you're like
nothing can.
You know, in the city or like if you're in college, you're kind of at the will of like life, its struggles, and like the will of other people. You have all these different things just trying to stress you out at once. But once you get out into nature, once you get out into, you know, the ocean or the Grand Canyon or anywhere else that like that, you like the only thing that's that you're at the will of is nature itself.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's what I love. I love mountains too. I love being on top of mountains.
Mountains.
And so Southern California is a great place for that because you have the mountain and then just runs right down into the water.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. And my campus is on a mountain.
Oh yeah.
So I hike that I used to do it a lot more frequently, but I started getting into the ocean stuff. But they have mountain lions and all that stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had an encounter.
Really? Yeah. Tell me about this encounter.
So sometimes they come around campus, and it's very scary. So you just gotta walk into English, and there's just a mountain lion. It's like, okay.
All right, just another mountain lion.
They're usually afraid of humans. You just act like you're not scared of it, make some noise, put your hand in the air, and they don't really want anything to do with you. And it's kind of funny because they send a campus-wide email, note there's a mountain lion at this location, but it's always 18 hours later when it's completely gone. It's like, guys, there was a mountain lion yesterday. It's like, okay.
Okay.
The kid's probably dead already. So But I was in the mountain above the campus. So I mean, basically out in the middle of nowhere, and they don't come out during the day usually, but it was a very foggy day and kind of like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. So it was getting a little darker than it probably I should have been. I shouldn't have been up there at that time, basically. And I was a little precarious getting down. I was like, okay, I just got to get down. I was like 10 minutes away so I was like, yeah, I'll be fine. And I saw like something moving in a bush, and it was like this big black, and I was like, I don't know what that is. And then its hind legs backed out, and it was just like its face was still in the bush. I never saw its face, but it was like it looked like basically like a dog's hind legs. I was like, that's a mountain lion right there. And it was huge, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna die right here. That's fine.
Very accepting of you.
And I didn't know what to do because I know the general rule is to make noise and back away slowly, like maintain eye contact with it. Be like, I'm the predator. But it didn't see me yet, so I didn't know whether to make noise and like startle it because if it like was scared and like turned around, then I don't know what that could trigger it. But I just like I'm just gonna walk away pretty slowly and. And I called my roommate actually, A, to be like, if I die, like I'm up here, come find me, and B, like to keep myself talking, because after it like backed away, I was like, okay, now it's time to start making noise. So I called him. I was like, okay, I know I have to make noise, so I'm just gonna talk to you really loudly. And he's like, what? Because he was just chilling. Like I think he just woke up from a nap, so he was like totally disoriented. But I ended up being okay.
Yeah, and hence you're here.
Yes, it was quite the scare though.
Or maybe you're just the mountain lion in disguise as Chris. Really, you killed Chris.
Like went inside my skin.
As soon as we're,
you don't know.
Yeah,
nature is scary. It could be a parasite situation.
Yeah,
you don't know.
Yeah, no. We both really enjoy nature.
Yes.
Yeah, you like the views and I like my spider dicks.
Yes. It's two very elements of nature, but I'm glad you like this.
I promise, this was just the most recent rabbit hole.
Are you sure?
Yes. And it's a different rabbit hole every time.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah, no, it's like...
Especially the Spider-Man keychain.
Yeah, that's Spider-Man keychain right still.
There. It's just always right there in front of me.
Yeah. Well, Chris, is there anything else you'd like to add? We're closing in on we're over an hour here.
Over an hour. Is there a time?
There is a timer.
How long should we? Oh, is that 97 minutes?
Huh?
97 minutes?
What are you looking at?
Is this the timer?
No. That's how much recording time I have left.
I've left.
And that's 97 hours.
Oh, 97 hours.
Yeah, but the actual recording time for this is the red one up there.
Ah, yes.
That's an hour.
105. There 105. I didn't see that. That was a lot bigger than.
Is there anything you'd like to leave the people with? Is there any other topics you'd like to discuss?
Can I talk about? I've been talking about it with so many people. I saw. Do you know the Larry Hoover free Larry Hoover concert?
Yeah,
the Kanye West thing.
You were there. I was there. No way.
And I've talked about it with a lot of people because I think it's so cool.
Talk to me about it.
It was so cool. It was so cool. I love Kanye West.
Big fan as well.
Not beautiful. Not the biggest Drake dude, but I was like,
he's there.
It's cool. It's so it was like 3 p.m. the day of, and I wasn't doing anything that night. It was like a Thursday, so I mean, I probably could have been studying. I should have been studying, but I had this friend that's like just always down for everything, and he calls and he's like, I found Larry Hoover concert tickets. I'm like, what? And he was just so gassed about it, and he found tickets for me, my roommate and I, who I'm good friends with. Fortunately. So I recently got my car out there too, so we had to wait to get there, and
so the stars just aligned.
It was just perfect. The tickets were $160.
Very pricey.
It's pricey, but
it's the free Hoover.
Yeah, I was like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. So we just went for it, and I had no idea what to expect because like it's Kanye. go out there. I was expecting like maybe like a rant, maybe like him not to show up at all and just like play everyone. But I've
seen
the set list.
I've seen one video of Drake performing 24.
It was brought a tear to my eye.
No, but it just about brought a tear to my eye too.
Pretty much all his classics. And it was insane because with his new his religious thing, I didn't think he was gonna ever play those old songs again.
Yeah.
And it was crazy.
But there it was.
Oh, so cool. He played almost.
Were there swears?
Occasionally by Mr. West. I was like, Mr. West, watch your mouth. Calm down. But almost like 2 from every album.
Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah.
And I was freaking out the whole time. And
that's so cool. How was it like? Because I remember seeing in the video, like it was just so like, I don't know. It was almost like barren, but more like minimalistic. And it was very pretty.
Minimalistic, but it was very well done. Especially with so it was at LA Coliseum. It's like right on the USC campus. So there was a big. Do you see the arches? There's like on the one side of the stadium, there's just a bunch of like arches, and then the eternal flame from the Olympics like above it, which is a good little touch. And then in the middle is just bare, and then one little like half cone thing.
Yeah,
and they just performed on there, and it's so cool to see that be done so well because it's literally like the least effort you can put into a stage, but it was so cool and the lighting was well done, and so the whole thing was just produced so well.
Yeah. Did they do any Drake songs?
Yes.
Unfortunately.
If you've seen some memes, he played a lot off of his most recent album, and they weren't like stadium songs. They were very like slow, like they're like he's a great live performer, but I was like, okay, because Kanye played some bangers like right in the row, and then he was like Drake, and then he came out and he was like, it's just it sucked the energy off a little bit, and people were disappointed because Drake didn't play any of his classics. And I was expecting after what Kanye played, I was like, this is gonna be good, but it was not that good.
I'll tell you what, he gave a banging performance of 24.
He did. It was very nice. It was beautiful to see them come together. They kissed on stage.
No way. I don't believe you.
Well, I mean, they got together and then the smoke came there and we don't know.
We don't know.
I was like, yes. Because that'd be like a beautiful moment of...
Oops, my bad.
You're good. Of unity. We don't know. I guess we'll never know. But it was sick.
Really? Kanye just climbed into Drake's mouth, wrapped his body around his tongue, atrophied it, and like, have you now,
yes. Bitch. That was his goal from the beginning. He's like, if I can trick him to do a concert with me, I can parasite his tongue.
Yes.
And finally win. Well, no, it was beautiful though.
Yeah. Have you been to any other concerts?
Not in LA. That was actually my first like real concert, which is probably a bad idea because I don't think I can top that because that was amazing. I had the opportunity, TV Girl, or like smaller.
No.
I had the opportunity to film that with one of my friends. Yes. And the timing was unfortunate because it was after my finals. It was like 2 weeks ago. It was a couple of days after my finals, and I already had my flight, and I was like, okay, I can move it back a couple of days. But it would involve me because the dorms were going to shut down, and it involved me like kind of like being homeless for like 3 days.
Yeah.
just film a concert. So I was like, okay, I'll just not go. So I hope another opportunity like that presents itself when I'm back. So, and I know it will.
Yeah,
it was pretty sick.
Yeah, a few more years to go.
Of course.
You have time.
Of course. Whether I'm in school or out there or not, because I do love the area, and if I didn't do school, I would probably still chill out there.
You'd like to live out there?
I do, or at least for my young years.
Yeah,
just to get a footing, because I don't think I would live there for longer than a couple of years. It's a hard lifestyle to.
Yeah, especially in California, just like living there.
Yeah, it's difficult for sure. It's so different.
Yeah,
than anything I've ever experienced before.
I'm sure
it's so cool, but it's difficult, and there's not really a time to relax. Sometimes it feels like, but I guess that's a big city thing. It's like
Everyone's on the move all the time, and that kind of mindset kind of spreads.
Yeah, especially with LA, it feels so,
just busy all the time,
and people are, I don't know, they kind of step on you a little bit.
Yeah,
even in college, like even with people that aren't necessarily from California, they feel like you're kind of a stepping stone. Like if you can't help them, they're like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever turned, the term networking?
Yeah.
My friend loves that term. And sometimes he uses it way too much because he's like, we like go to this like social event. He's like, let's network. I'm like, dog, let's like talk to people. Let's like make friends. You know what I mean?
It's an awful word.
It's terrible. And I'm like, okay, like it's funny and it's a good thing to do, but the fact that he calls it networking is a little creepy. It's like, okay, I'd rather just make genuine connections with these people, and if possibly we could help each other, that's cool. But like sometimes I feel like people have a mindset to just go like find people that can help them, step on their head, next step, repeat.
Yeah, I
don't like that.
Yeah, no, I used to listen to a lot of Joe Rogan, and like he used to live in the area, and he talks about that a lot, where like that's just the whole mindset of LA. Yeah, like everyone's just trying to get like a foot up on each other, just trying to become the next big thing. Yeah. That's where
it's not a good thing to constantly engulf yourself in that.
Yeah,
for a long time, or for any amount of time at all. It really.
Yeah.
It's because I live in the outskirts, and even when I still feel it. It's especially in Malibu, because all the high end celebrities are living there. I've seen a lot of celebrities.
Really? Can you name any?
Some of the Kardashians.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I just saw them because there's a restaurant called Nobu. It's like very high end. It's right on the water. It's like a very like $300 for a sushi roll type of thing. And then there's a McDonald's across the street. And I'm always at that McDonald's. It's like 5 minutes away. So I just pull up, and I was turning left one time on from the PCH, and I was like, look to my right, and there's just all these paparazzi. I'm like, who's that? And I see like Kim Kardashian and some of the other ones. I don't know any of their names, but they're walking in. I was like, here I am turning into McDonald's, and it's crazy. So you see some interesting people. Yeah. Adam Sandler's always around.
Sandler. Oh,
I haven't
really?
seen him personally, but like almost everyone I know is like, I just saw Adam Sandler at Whole Foods. I'm like, what? So unfortunately, no Adam Sandler, but a couple other ones too. So
gotcha, very cool.
It's crazy. And then I'm sure Kanye West just moved in he has a Malibu home now.
Really?
Right at the like across the street from my university.
Really?
Like, yeah. And so when I run down there, because I like to run, do a bunch of running stuff. So I run to the beach and I run across Kanye's house. And it's like so sick. I'm like, morning Kanye.
Kanye might be in there.
I know. It's so sick. I don't like thinking about that because like I picture it from the celebrities like point of view. Like if people just ran by my house for fun, then I'd be a little creeped out. But I'm geeked out every time I see it.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. So it's interesting living there, but it's fun. I like it.
I'm sure.
It's fun. It's a different lifestyle, but blessed to take part in it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, Chris, thank you for being on.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
This was a really fun podcast.
It's been so great. Thank you for your kind words, kind advice. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
I've been watching for a while, so seeing this in real life is kind of crazy.
It's a little different being on than when you're listening.
Yeah,
just a little.
It was great though.
Yeah, no, I had a good
I've gotten
time.
used to the headphones.
Yeah, the whole like hearing me and yourself.
I'm
kind
of not ready to take them off in a few minutes.
It's gonna be. Like, I'll tell you right now, it's gonna be weird once you take it off because like you've adjusted to it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, thank you so much for being on.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh, handshake mid-pod. Look at this is the thumbnail.
Wow.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for listening, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.